Right now, live at 5.
We break down Governor Tim Walz's proposed COVID-19 recovery budget.
In Wisconsin, the vaccine rollout continues as officials say more frontline workers are now eligible to get the shot. Plus, small businesses struggling can now apply for more relief money, but some say they're still waiting on their first check. And later, sending thanks in a big way. How northern Minnesota is honoring frontline healthcare workers by lighting the area blue.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. You're looking at the city of Duluth, where many small businesses took a hit because of the pandemic. Now, more relief is in sight. This as Governor Walz hopes to balance the state's books after the virus made for a tough year. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kristen Bakke. Recovery from COVID-19 is the main goal of Minnesota's latest budget proposal. Today, Governor Tim Walz has proposed raising taxes on the wealthiest Minnesotans and large companies to help plug a projected $1.28 billion gap in the next two-year budget. CBS 3's Emma Quinn breaks it down for us tonight.
Walz says his proposed COVID-19 recovery budget's goals are to support working families, small businesses, and getting students caught up in school. The 2022-2023 budget will invest $745 million to expand summer school programming and resources for students across the state. His proposal also supports small businesses with a new COVID support loan forgiveness program, with the state investing $50 million for those hit the hardest. The governor also recommends expanding the working family tax credit for more than 300,000 eligible Minnesota households. This includes a 12-week statewide paid leave program for working families with a member with a serious medical condition.
But there is absolutely no doubt recovering from COVID is going to take a concerted, deliberate effort. We are going to have to make sure that where those disparities were felt in schools, and what we did yesterday is unveiling a plan that will go hand in hand in that.
The governor plans to increase taxes on the wealthiest Minnesotans. Walz is proposing a fifth-tier income tax rate for household incomes of $1 million. He also wants to invest $95 million for working families by expanding the first-tier individual income tax bracket, something Walz says would cut taxes for more than 1 million households. The Minnesota House and Senate will now move forward with discussions on the governor's proposed budget. They are tasked with approving that budget by the end of this session.
All right, thanks, Emma. Republicans who control the Minnesota Senate, including Paul Gazelka, have already said they won't accept tax increases to balance the budget. We'll hear more from the GOP party tonight at 6. Well, more people in Wisconsin will be eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine soon. The next phase of vaccine rollout will be expanded to teachers and childcare workers. That's expected to start around March 1st. People enrolled in Medicaid, some more essential workers, and residents and staff in shared housing will also be eligible around that time. State leaders say prioritizing doses with such little supply has been hard.
COVID-19 is still very present in our state. Residents of Wisconsin are still getting infected and are still dying of this virus. We need to move as quickly and equitably as possible to vaccinate Wisconsinites.
Again, those groups should be eligible for the vaccine around March 1st. Frontline healthcare workers, nursing home residents, first responders, prison staff, and anyone at least 65 years old are already eligible. Well, some Wisconsin lawmakers plan to vote on repealing the statewide mask mandate today. That vote is expected to happen within the state Senate. It's unclear whether the state assembly would follow suit, which is required to undo the order. The joint resolution is co-sponsored by 29 Republicans in the legislature. The current mandate, ordered by Democratic Governor Tony Evers, is slated to run until March 20th. Today, President Biden announced the U.S. could be on its way to vaccinating 300 million Americans by the fall. The president also continues to work with governors and members of Congress on his coronavirus relief agenda, though Senate Democrats are now threatening to pass a bill without Republican support. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
President Biden is revealing more details about how he'll expand vaccine distribution.
We will both increase the supply in the short term by more than 15% and give our states and local partners more certainty about when the deliveries will arrive.
The administration says it will purchase 200 million more doses.
We expect these additional 200 million doses to be delivered this summer, and that increases the total vaccine order in the United States by 50%, from 400 million order to 600 million.
Vice President Kamala Harris received her second dose of the Moderna vaccine at the National Institutes of Health today.
The work that happens here has one goal: to improve public health.
The White House press secretary says the president and administration officials are also continuing to work with members of Congress on his $1.9 trillion economic relief plan. But with Senate Republicans questioning the price tag.
Many of us have said for a long time that anything that we do related to the coronavirus needs to be targeted. It needs to be fiscally responsible.
The Democratic Senate Majority Leader is now threatening to go it alone.
The work must move forward, preferably with our Republican colleagues, but without them if we must.
Earlier, President Biden signed 4 executive actions on racial equity.
President Biden's executive orders today dealt specifically with equity in housing, ending the Justice Department's use of private prisons, relations with tribal nations, and combating xenophobia against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So far, the president has signed more than 30 executive actions. Well, Congressman Pete Stauber has officially asked President Joe Biden to withdraw his pick for Interior Secretary. Biden nominated New Mexico Congresswoman Deb Haaland to the role. She would be the first Native American ever in a presidential cabinet. We first reported about Stauber's opposition to Haaland's appointment when a draft of his letter was leaked earlier this month. Well, Stauber sent that letter today. We'll have more on the reasons behind his request tonight at 6. We'll also hear why local tribal leaders are upset with the congressman's decision. Dave's here now for a first look at the weather. Dave, more wind out there, huh? Just chilly.
Deja vu. It's the same forecast tonight that I did last night, except perhaps a little bit colder in Minnesota. Okay. So first we start with another wind chill advisory for Minnesotans. Clear and cold. Actual air temps could go towards 25 below in International Falls, and with the wind kicking up to 15 miles per hour, the feels like numbers could be in the 40 below range. And then for folks in Wisconsin and Michigan, well, the clouds like last night should be a little bit thicker in your neck of the woods, and your temperatures won't be as bitterly cold. Actual air temps will run from 5 below to a couple degrees above zero. And just like last night, folks on the South Shore have a chance for a little lake effect. Maybe another 1.5 inches could fall in places like Ironwood. So here's our short-term forecast. Tuesday night, clear and 10 below here in the Twin Ports region. Starts pretty sunny on the Minnesota side of life in the morning, but then starts to become partly cloudy in the afternoon. That's a sign that a low-pressure system from the west will start to increase clouds, then temperatures, and then by the weekend, snow chances. We'll talk about those coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, disc golfers get ready. An annual event in Hibbing is on. Plus, officials are asking residents to watch how much salt they're using this winter season.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
Here are some quick tips for a safer shopping experience. Though reusable bags are great for the environment, they can be a carrier for bacteria. Before shopping, please wash all bags. Try to keep 6 feet or 2 shopping carts of distance between you and other shoppers. Plan ahead so your trip can be quick and efficient. Though cash is accepted at most businesses, cash can transfer bacteria. When possible, try to use cards to lessen the risk of spreading illness. With your help, we can keep our neighbors healthy and workers safe.
We insure your car because some people never learn to park. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
Some things are just too important to leave out of your day. Make sure we aren't one of them. Live, local, CBS3.
It is the question that matters the most. Without it, our purpose, and our freedom fade. This is why.
Our schools provide so much more than just learning support.
The school year didn't start out the way that we wanted it to, but who's to say it won't be better at the end?
We need to slow the spread so our economy has a chance to recover.
So our kids can be in school and be on the ice.
And we can keep our friends and families safe. For our students and teachers.
For our essential workers.
For the people you love.
Thank you for doing your part. Go Hunters!
Everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in terms of news, no matter what happens in news, weather is always constant, weather is always changing as well, so it's still an important role as the meteorologist to kind of still stay grounded and to kind of just know that role and what to take and kind of just make sure you're delivering what's the most important for your viewers. But then also I like to touch base on the national things. All of those news stories also tie in with weather stories because they do go kind of hand in hand.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Silver Bay. Dave will be in with your full forecast in a few minutes, but first, let's head around the Northland. Why you should try and limit how much salt you use outdoors this winter, plus a Lake Nemegaman fishing tradition is taking place this year. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. Starting off here in Duluth, where the city is urging residents to think about just how much melting salt they use in these long winter months. City officials say Miller Creek is currently impaired by heightened levels of chlorine from excess salt. They say chlorine from salt is putting added stress on aquatic life and lowers the quality of water resources. There are alternatives and tips to prevent going overboard with that melting salt. You can check out the City of Duluth Facebook page or the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency for more information. Now to Hibbing, Minnesota, where the 14th annual Hibbing Ice Bowl Disc Golf Tournament is being held this February. Beginning at 9 a.m. February 7th, participants can register for the 18-hole tournament. Registration is $10 and either a monetary or food donation for a local food shelf. And this year, the event will support the Chisholm Food Shelf as their charitable organization. More information can be found on the Facebook event page. And finally, we'll head to Lake Nemegaman for another way to enjoy the great outdoors. Bridge's 28th annual ice fishing contest is this Saturday, January 30th. Registration for this event begins at 11:30 with only a $10 entry fee. All ages are welcome. To accommodate COVID-19 health guidelines, all prizes and announcements will be held outside and later posted to Facebook. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, shining a blue light on healthcare workers after a difficult year on the front lines of the pandemic.
Here's the almanac with the stats for Duluth International Airport. And this morning's low temp of 2 above was double the normal of 1 above. But other towns farther inland did go below 0, and we're going to do that trick again tonight. Maybe even a couple towns in Wisconsin and Michigan, though the UP and Wisconsin could be warmer than the rest of the region. We'll show you how low the temps will go in more detail coming up right after our break.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
Mantén distancia.
Stay home when you're sick.
Slow the spread.
We can do this together.
Mount Royal Market has express online shopping. Shop online and select your items. Your personal shopper carefully gathers everything on your list. Schedule your pickup and we deliver right to your car. Express online shopping from Mount Royal Market. Let us take care of you.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get a $5,500 cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Menards carries everything you need to renovate your kitchen. Start your update with our huge selection of over 10,000 kitchen cabinet styles and finishes. Shop top brands with great features like soft closed doors and drawers, cabinet lighting, and more. Design the kitchen of your dreams for free in-store or at home with our You Create program on Menards.com. Save today on everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It is the question that matters the most, that takes you behind the story.
It is a new day in America.
It drives everything we do, and without it, our purpose...
Don't forget this moment. Don't forget it.
...and our freedom fade. This is why.
Every Thursday through March 25th, it's Kiosk Cash.
There is nothing that we want more than students learning together safely.
And we only get to do that if we can all get through this together with everybody safe and healthy.
We can do this.
We can do this.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, low temperatures this morning were a little bit deceiving. We got to our lows just before midnight last night with some towns in northern Minnesota getting towards 20 below, and then temperatures started to creep up by dawn. And so folks in Hibbing woke up to 3 below, 6 below in Ely and International Falls. And there's the 2 above at the airport in Duluth, 11 above in Ashland. Seems downright balmy. And Upper Peninsula numbers going from 4 to 6. Not so bad for this time of year, but the chill is coming back tonight, and International Falls could go towards 25 below actual air temperature. And we factor in the winds for Minnesotans, who face a wind chill advisory through tomorrow morning. Yeah, it could feel like 40 below. Feels like 11 above right now at the airport in Duluth, which is cool enough, but not drastically so. 42% for the relative humidity, is a bit dry. North-northwest winds running 8 miles per hour, but again, like last night, could pick up towards 15. Hence the wind chill advisory for Minnesota. While again, just like last night, Wisconsin and the UP off the hook thanks to some thicker cloud cover. Air pressure on the high side, 30.31 inches of mercury. Temperatures starting on the higher side for Watersmeet and Ironwood, 12 to 13 there. Wisconsin numbers right now are running from 11 in Superior to 17 in Hayward, and the rest of the fine cities there in between. Northern Minnesota numbers aren't so bad either when you get down to Moose Lake in the lower double digits. Same thing for the North Shore, but towards the Iron Ranges and borderland, single digits above 0, single digits below 0. So another brisk one as Arctic high pressure takes over our region once again. And so the clouds in the region, if there are a few in Minnesota over your town, that push of colder air should shove them out of the way. Probably shove them into Wisconsin and the UP, where we can see right now these little speckles coming across lake effect snow from the northerly wind that's coming across the lake. And folks, especially in the UP, might get another 1.5 inches of snow overnight from that process. While the rest of us, especially in Minnesota, are high and dry with temperatures that are low and likely will stay low Wednesday and Thursday, then finally start to moderate on Friday as a fresh low-pressure system comes closer to our region. And by Saturday and Sunday, it should be here, and it's bringing a 50 to 60% chance for some snow. Right now, it looks like light stuff to the tune of 2 to 4 inches, though. So if you're a snow fan, well, you'll make the best of it if it comes across. And again, 50 to 60% chance that it will for the weekend. Tonight, though, in Minnesota, yes, a cold one, 25 below towards International Falls, 5 below on Park Point. Clear and cold for the Gopher State, but into the Badger State and the UP. Well, Superior will be on the cold edge at 10 below, but otherwise 5 below to 2 above. Partly cloudy over there with a couple of snow showers again for especially the Upper Peninsula. Tomorrow, partly sunny in Wisconsin and Michigan with UP flurries and a high temp running 10 to 13 above. In Minnesota, mostly sunny and chilly. International Falls high only 0. Park Point high 11. Everybody else, of course, in between. That's colder than normal. It will get back towards normal by Friday, just in time for the clouds to increase. Set us up for the Saturday, Sunday snow chance, perhaps with a little bit of early Monday morning snow shoveling coming around. And then we'll have temperatures coming around close to 30 degrees at least by Tuesday.
Snow and a warm-up. Looks good to me. Thanks, Dave. Well, before the pandemic, about 43% of Americans age 60 and older reported feeling lonely on a regular basis. And now many are unable to see their loved ones. So a 10 and 16-year-old are helping bring smiles to thousands of nursing homes around the world. Nikki Batiste has their story.
You are unique. You are special.
The notes written by 10-year-old Divit Gupta and his 16-year-old sister Hita may be simple.
You're awesome and amazing.
But the kind gestures are a powerful part of their nonprofit Brighten a Day, the mission to bring smiles to those who may need them most.
We were cheering up seniors, making hearts for seniors.
But when coronavirus hit and forced nursing homes to close their doors, the brother and sister duo knew they had to do something.
I just wanted to remind the seniors that they were not alone in this time of isolation and show them that the community cared for them. We started delivering care packages, coloring books, puzzle books, and notes.
With the help of a GoFundMe page, Hita and Divit have sent hundreds of care packages to retirement homes.
You have a Zoom call with your family.
Even gifting residents devices like iPads to reconnect with loved ones.
I'm very well. How are you, dear?
Why was loneliness such an important concept for you to address in this pandemic?
A lot of the residents in retirement homes don't have anyone to speak with, and that's why we wanted to make sure that seniors weren't, being forgotten.
Hita and Divit aren't alone in trying to combat loneliness. Brighten a Day has over 55 chapters across the globe, with thousands of volunteers spreading cheer to their own communities.
I hope you all like the cards we made and videos of my piano playing. Take care.
We have volunteers who make cards, write letters, record encouraging video messages.
Let it be, let it be.
Others show off talents like singing or dancing to cheer up the residents.
83-year-old Helen DeLaurentis is one of countless seniors FaceTiming with Brighten a Day volunteers.
I thought it was wonderful. Made me smile from ear to ear. Yes, because it was fun.
No matter how much time you have on your hands, you can brighten someone's day. It's not something that requires a lot of time. It's easy to make a difference.
Well, speaking of making a difference, healthcare workers in St. Louis County are being recognized this week for their work battling the pandemic head-on. The county board is proclaiming this week Frontline Workers Appreciation Week. Board members say doctors, nurses, first responders, and more have worked tirelessly to make sure COVID patients get the care they need, and this was just one way to thank them.
And I wanted to give my own shout out, and having experience particularly from a hospital stay and a medical support stay, just tremendous courage and caring and attention and to helping others.
The county's health department is also asking people, businesses, and government entities to display blue lights this week to show their appreciation. Well, it's time for our adoptable pet of the day, and today we're featuring Gracie from Precious Paws in Chisholm. Gracie is a lovely long-haired kitty with a beautifully colored golden coat and big green eyes. Unfortunately, she came into the shelter with her fur so matted that the groomer had to shave off most of her hair. So now she's rocking the 80s leg warmer look, and she's rocking it. She's a quiet, calm kitty and would be a great addition to your family. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Gracie, you can call the number on your screen. Boy, she's cute. Still to come, for small businesses struggling as the pandemic continues, there is relief on the way. We'll tell you all about it after the break.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you with low prices and better choices.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tactical sunglasses.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear glasses? Then you need these flip-up tack glasses. These new glasses fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our tack glasses while you comfortably wear your regular glasses. Plus, like all tack glasses, flip-up tack glasses feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Act now to get your flip-up tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship them to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second pair. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-699-7431 or go to flipupglasses.com. That's 1-800-699-7431 or order online at flipupglasses.com.
Governor Tim Walz proposed a COVID-19 recovery budget. Tonight, we break down the details.
Some folks tomorrow morning are going to get it clear and cold again. I'll talk about who that is.
Tonight at 6 on live local CBS3.
I don't think any other year is ever going to be like 2020. I never thought that I would go through something like this ever in my life. This pandemic's not an isolated thing to our country or to our state or to our city. This is something that's affecting the world. And that just shows really how interconnected we all are. And I think that's why news is so important, because news is kind of like that lifeline to kind of bring that information out and bring us all together.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
When most people have ended their day,
Ours is just starting. Good morning. I'm Jenna Wells.
When news and weather happen overnight, we're there.
as stories break in your neighborhood,
you can count on us to bring you the details.
For scores and more, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Kelly Hinsett.
Why? Because the news that matters to you matters to us.
Plus, this is our home, too.
We're live.
we're local.
We're CBS3.
It is the question that matters the most, that takes you behind the story.
There is some positive breaking news.
It drives everything we do. It is the foundation of trust and the truth that propels us forward.
What did you make of that?
It is the question. One word, 3 letters long. And without it, our purpose...
Did the President of the United States incite all of this?
...and our freedom fade. This is why.
Applications for the second round of Paycheck Protection Program loans just opened, but before they can apply for more money, many small businesses are still trying to make sure they don't have to pay back their first PPP loan. The Paycheck Protection Program, which started under the CARES Act, gives loans to small businesses to help them pay employees during the pandemic. Those loans can be forgiven. But according to John Birkland, Bell Bank has been busy working with local business owners to make sure they don't have to pay the money back.
My message to small businesses is to be patient. I mean, there is a lot of assistance out there with the PPP program. There is obviously you're hearing about some state grants that are being administered through the county. Patience is a key, but you need to be kind of on top of the paperwork and make sure you're in good contact with your banker.
Birkland also suggests that small businesses keep good payroll records to make the forgiveness process easier.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, breaking news. President Biden pledges to speed up the U.S. vaccination process, increasing doses sent to states by 16%, and telling governors they will get a fresh supply of shots by next week. Plus, the CDC finds in-person instruction is safe from spreading coronavirus and urges schools to get children back in the classroom. And what keeps this teacher going? A lesson in dedication and love. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Real encounters with God are life-changing. Join us Sundays at 11:30 for The Message of Good Hope and learn how you can reach your highest potential through a relationship with Christ. Only on the Duluth CW.
Amazing power, amazing speed, one ultra cool price. Take your internet to the extreme, starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Experience blazing hot speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Turn up the intensity with powerful in-home Wi-Fi and stay chill with 99.99% network reliability. Get extreme internet starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
Local news and local weather here on CBS3.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain. It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
You can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
All of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Giants Ridge and by Waback, Minnesota. Let's take a look back at today's top story and we'll see what's coming up tonight at 6. Recovery from COVID-19 is the main goal of Minnesota's latest budget proposal. Today, Governor Tim Walz proposed raising taxes on the wealthiest Minnesotans and large companies to help plug the projected $1.28 billion gap in the next 2-year budget. But some Republicans say they won't accept a tax hike. And tonight at 6, Minnesota health officials say the first day of the vaccine lottery was a busy one. We'll hear from state officials about how the day went and what people can expect tomorrow. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6.